and we'll see, right? But in the meantime, let's continue. Let's get another example for the November personal consumption price expenditure. Feel free to drop me an example in the chat, and then we will use that. So the U.S. Commerce Department released the November's Personal Consumption Expenditure Price Index, the Fed's preferred inflation measure. The report measures change in the price of goods and services, excluding food and energy. So let's cross that out. Let's go over to, and we'll search for Personal Consumption Expenditure Price Index. And let's see what it is. The Department of Commerce's Personal Consumption Expenditure, PCE, price index is a way to measure how much prices are going up or down for things people buy, like food, clothes, and gas. Think of it as a price thermometer for the economy that tells us if things are getting more expensive over time, which we call inflation. Here's how it works. Tracking spending on goods and services, the Department of Commerce collects data on the prices of hundreds of items that people commonly buy, including both goods, things like groceries and clothes, and services like haircuts and doctor's visits. They look at how much people actually spend on these things. Watching price changes every month, they see if the prices of these items are going up or down or staying the same. If the prices are rising, that means that cost of living is getting more expensive, which can make it harder for people to buy the things that they need. If the prices are dropping, things are getting a bit cheaper. Core PCE index, sometimes they look at a special version called the core PCE that leaves out the price of food and gas. Why? Because food and gas can jump up and down, jump around, making it harder to see the general trend. The core PCE gives a steadier look at price changes for other items. The government uses the PCE price index to help understand if the prices are increasing too quickly. If the prices rise too fast, people might struggle to afford their regular purchases. So the government and Federal Reserve, the nation's bank, can use this information to make decisions to keep prices stable. Let's see. All right, so let's see what we have now. Let's go for an example. Let's go with I don't know, what example could we use for this one? Let's say I have one. Let's say ethical hacker, because we're going to be doing ethical hacking starting the course next month, right? Let's say an ethical hacker. How does it affect an ethical hacker? Or we'll go with wealth building journey says let's go with we'll do ethical hacker after. Let's say I don't even know what an actuary is. Let's see what an actuary is. We'll use actuary and then we'll go with ethical hacker after. So for an actuary, who is a person that uses math and statistics to figure out risk and cost, like insurance, knowing how the PCEPI, the Personal Consumption Expenditure Price Index, works is important for a couple of reasons. Are you an actuary, the wealth building journey? So imagine an actuary is working for a company that sells life insurance. One of their jobs is to help decide how much money the company needs to collect from people to cover the cost. Inflation awareness. If prices keep going up, which is shown in the PCEPI, the actuary knows that the money the company collects today might not be enough to pay for things in the future. For example, if a doctor visit costs $100 today and prices go up, the same visit might cost $120 in a few years. The actuary will use the PCEPI to predict these prices increase and help the company set the right prices for the insurance plans. Setting reserves. The actuary needs to ensure the company saves enough money, called reserves, to pay for future claims. If they see that prices are rising thanks to the PCEPI, they can adjust how much money to keep aside so the company can still afford to pay everything when it's time. In short, the PCEPI helps actuaries understand how much things cost now compared to how much they might cost in the future so they can make smart decisions about money in insurance. Interesting. Let's see. All right. So Maddox says, I'm a cybersecurity analyst. I mitigate vulnerable IT issues. Let's see. Let's do that. Let's do cybersecurity analyst. Let's see what that comes up with. So, a cybersecurity analyst is someone who looks out for bad guys trying to steal information or cause trouble with computers. So, how does the personal consumption price expenditure help with a cybersecurity analyst? Budgeting for tools. If the PCE shows that prices for technology, software, and security tools are going up, the price of the brick is going up. The security analyst might need to ask for more money to buy the same tools to keep the computer system safe. Just like if you wanted a new video game that got more expensive, you would need to save or ask for more allowance if you're a child, um, or if you don't control your money. Salaries and hiring. When the PCE shows that prices are rising, the company might need to pay their workers for more money to help them keep up with living costs. This means the cybersecurity analyst might get a raise or the company might need to hire more people, which is good for teamwork. Understanding customer needs. If people are spending less on other things because prices are high, they might not spend as much on products or services like cybersecurity. This can change how the analyst thinks about what the company should focus on to make sure they're still helping their customers. So that's how the PCEPI would affect a somebody in cybersecurity. Okay, Gardner, you're trying to get AI to give us a bad example, but we'll do that for our that's going to be a good one for the University of Michigan Consumer Sentiment Index. All right, so let's go and take a quick look at this report. So for the Personal Consumption Expenditure Price Index, we have November 2024. It's up 2.4%. October was 2.3, September was 2.1, August was 2.3. Let's take a look at the current release, released yesterday. So, personal income increased $71.1 billion, 0.3% at a monthly rate in November, according to estimates released today by the U.S. Bureau of Economic Analysis. Disposable personal income less personal current taxes increased 61.1 billion, 0.3%, and personal consumption expenditures increased 81.3 billion, 0.4%. Is this saying that personal income increased 71 billion? Wealth building journey. Help me out here. Is it saying that the money that people made was 71.1 billion, but the money that people spent was 81.3 billion? Am I understanding this correctly? Am I understanding correctly? The PCE price index increased 0.1%, excluding food and energy. The PCE price index increased 0.1%. Real DPI, disposable personal income, increased 0.2% in November. The real PCE increased 0.3%. Goods increased 0.7% and services increased 0.1%. Let me see. Let's go down over here. The increase in current dollar personal income in November primarily reflected an increase in compensation that was partly offset by decreases in personal income receipts on assets and personal current transfer receipts. There was Black Friday last month. So that could be it as well. Black Friday and Cyber Monday. So the 81.3 billion increase in current dollar PCE in November reflected an increase of 48.3 billion in spending for goods, and an increase of 33 billion in spending for services. Within the goods, the largest contributor to increase were motor vehicles and parts, led by new motor vehicles, and recreational goods and vehicles led by video, audio, photographic, and information processing equipment and media. I didn't get my microphone because they did not reduce the price. Within services, the largest contributor to the increase were spending for financial services and insurance, led by financial service charges, fees, which people hate. People hate fees. I'm telling you, they came after me because of the fees, all right? And commission. Recreation services led membership clubs, sports centers, parks, theaters, and museums, as well as gambling. And healthcare led by hospitals. Detailed information in some table. Personal outlays, the sum of PCE Personal interest payments and personal current transfer payments increased 78.2 billion in November. Personal savings was 968.1 billion in November, and the personal savings rate, personal savings as a percentage of disposable income, was 4.4%. Prices from the preceding month, the PCE price index for November increased 0.1%. Prices for goods increased less than 0.1%, and prices for services increased 0.2%. Food services increased 0.2%, and energy prices also increased 0.2%. Excluding food and energy, the PCE price index increased 0.1%. So it was basically nothing changed, right? Detailed monthly PCE price index can be found. All right, cool. Let's see. The same month 1 year ago, the PCE price index November increased 2.4%. Price for goods decreased 0.4%, and price for services increased 3.8%. Food prices increased 1.4%, and energy prices decreased 4%. Let's see. All right. Anything else? Real 0.3% increase in real PCE.
Yo, the sign is real simple, B. It says wrap it up. Wrap that shit up, B.
Let's see. All right, that's pretty much it for the personal consumption expenditure price index. That's what it's called, right? All right, we have one more topic that we can get through really, really quickly, and then we're gonna get out of here for today. We've been going for 2 hours already, but we covered a lot of stuff. We listened to Magnus Hart's amazing song. We saw what happened with the government shutdown. We saw all these other data points that we had. So let's go to our last one for today, and then we're gonna get out of here.
Men lying, women lying, numbers manipulate. Don't matter what no one say, I throw the stats away. No need for calculators, we already greater. No need to validate us. It's Tech Coach Ralph TV. Get up, it is Saturday morning. I've got to get my coffee cause I can't stop yawning. Get to watch my favorite show today. Men lie, women lie, numbers manipulate. Tech Coach Ralph and Mitch and Yakar, that's how it be. Shooting galaxies from their hands, it's Tech Coach Ralph TV. You don't need to grab your remote because you'll be floating free. Don't gotta worry about negative forces, it's positivity. Get up, it is Saturday morning. I've got to get my coffee cause I can't stop yawning. Get to watch my favorite show today. Men lie, women lie, numbers manipulate. Get up, it is Saturday morning. I've got to get my coffee cause I can't stop the yawning. But I get to watch my favorite show today. Men lie, women lie, numbers manipulate. Numbers manipulate. Numbers manipulate. Numbers manipulate. Men lie, women lie. Numbers manipulate. Numbers manipulate. Numbers manipulate. Numbers manipulate. Numbers manipulate. Men lie, women lie. Numbers manipulate. Numbers manipulate. Tech Coach Ralph and Mitch and Yakar, that's how it be. Shooting galaxies from their hands, it's Tech Coach Ralph TV. You don't need to grab your remote because you'll be floating free. Don't gotta worry about negative forces, it's positivity. Tech Coach Ralph and Mitch and Yakar, that's how it be. Shooting galaxies from their hands, it's Tech Coach Ralph TV. You don't need to grab your remote because you'll be floating free. Don't gotta worry about negative forces, it's positivity. Get up, it is Saturday morning. I've got to get my coffee cause I can't stop yawning. Get to watch my favorite show today. Men lie, women lie, numbers manipulate. Number manipulate. Numbers manipulate. Numbers manipulate. Numbers manipulate.